Welcome back to another episode of No Man's Sky. Um, so, I wanted to talk about in this video some of my thoughts about the Switch, which is something I've been meaning to talk about forever, but it's always been something else I've had to talk about first. So, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna talk about that right now. So, Switch. I guess my first thing I want to say is I don't have a Switch yet. I probably will buy one for Christmas because at Walmart I'll get a 10% discount on stuff. And on Christmas, for 3 items, I can get a 20% discount. So, that would be pretty good. My biggest reason I haven't got it is because of the lack of a virtual console. That's kind of like, and also the fact that the hardware maybe isn't that good. But, and I don't know, they could have made like since you don't have to buy a handheld, and they could have made a better one, charge a little extra money. I would have bought it. Like I would feel good buying it, right? Because you're not buying a handheld, so you're still saving money, and just increasing the power and increasing the battery life would have been good. But but the thing with the virtual console, I hope they do it. And the thing is, too, I hope I wonder how they're gonna do it because you have games that came out because like before I think on the virtual console. And this is one of the reasons I haven't just bought a Wii U to get virtual console. You had games like some games were only for Wii U, and some games were only for like 3DS and the Virtual Console, or in general, right? But you had games, that have come out for both console and handheld. So, and that have been very different. Like if it's the exact same on both, fine, whatever, don't care. But like World at War, for example, and I don't remember or that is, I don't know at all. It's not that I don't remember. I don't know at all if it was on. Would have been the Wii at that point, at that time. But I don't know if it was on Wii. I don't know if it was different on the Wii compared to the Xbox, but or the PlayStation. But I mean, it was on the DS, and the DS version is very different and in some ways preferable to the console version. And I would really like to be able, like in cases like that, like I don't, like not maybe that specifically because I don't know if that's even going to get on the virtual console. I don't know how much like third-party titles like that, but in a case like that, I would like both versions. But like I know Sonic Generations, same kind of thing, right? Basically, in Sonic Generations, the console version is different from the 3DS version. Like there's even different bosses and stuff, right? So I would like both versions. I think that would be great. Since you're marrying, the TV console with a handheld console, I think it would be nice to do that. It's something I'd like to know what they're going to do in that respect. You know, um, the other thing is, it's kind of an interesting strategy they've used with the Switch in terms of games because there's not a lot of great games for it, but the games they have are like phenomenal, right? Because you have release with Breath of the Wild, right? Obviously, very good, and you have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which to me that would be a hard pill to swallow. If I bought Mario Kart 8 and then was told, okay, now you got to buy the deluxe version, you know. But no, that game sold so well, right? And that's part of the biggest reason to get a Switch. Games like that, I mean, amazing, right? And then Odyssey coming out really soon, right? That's going to be a huge, huge reason to buy it. Like, so you can look past the lack of like a Super Mario, or I guess I should say a new Super Mario Bros. Game. What was it called? Super Mario 3D Land, something like that. Like an Animal Crossing game. It's like an actual proper new Mario Kart game. And I'm sure like some of these games will be coming out later, but you can look past the lack of these for now because you have these, really even though there's not a lot of like really big games for it, I guess Arms. Oh, and definitely Splatoon. I almost forgot about Splatoon, but Splatoon 2 definitely. And I guess Arms is. I wouldn't really buy it for Arms, but I guess Arms is one of the bigger games too. But yeah, like you have these kind of cool games, and I haven't played the Switch yet, obviously, but I think the interface looks cool from what I've seen, and it seems to carry over into the games. Like just the interface looks so good, and so in Odyssey, the interface it's so minimalistic, and I love it. I think it looks amazing. It's so modern and clean. Like I know that's like not really the important part of the game. If they made it look like Super Mario 64, hey, I'd still love it, but it just looks so good. I love it. The game Odyssey, do I love it in general? That's a hard question. Like obviously yes, but it's so weird, right? Like it's just if you've seen any of the stuff, it's so weird. Um, yeah, they gave Mario's they gave him a Sonic move, which is good. He can basically spin dash. You know, Mario also seems to be Luigi, because if you go into, I don't know what it's called, the deep forest or the dark, it's some forest, dark forest, deep forest, I don't know, some kind of forest area. He gets real scared. Everyone has hats, which is interesting, even trees, which is because if they have a hat, you can't possess them. You'll have to take their hat off, which is interesting. I wonder, they might have shown this, but I don't remember. Do they have any wigglers in the in Odyssey? I wonder, because wigglers have the little flower on their head, don't they? And if you if you jump on them, that falls off, and then they get angry. Which, to be fair, that makes sense. Like, wigglers are probably, even though they're an enemy type, unless there's some, like, story behind them that I don't know, they like eat children or something. Um, uh, they seem pretty innocent. Like, they're just angry because you jumped on them for no reason. They were peaceful, minding their own business, and you came along and jumped on them. Why? They don't know. But they just know it makes them angry. But since they have that little flower thing, they probably might not even need a hat. They could just have that little flower thing. I think there was a like a mecha wiggler, like a big old robot wiggler, but I don't know if that would have had a flower. I don't remember. But yeah, one of the things though that did kind of sort of worry me, and it doesn't really matter, but it looks like you're gonna have to use motion controls in it, and that was like one of the things I hated the most about Galaxy. Love Galaxy, great game. Played the crap out of it, but I hated the motion stuff. It's not too bad. Like, I just would rather not have it. So I wonder if they're gonna make you use that, or if you can have a way to get around it. And I was hoping, like, for stuff on the Switch, it wouldn't be a lot of motion controls, but I guess there. And I'm assuming the Joy-Cons will kind of function like the Wii remotes. They'd kind of look like that. But fine, whatever. I'm not going to complain. It looks amazing enough. I don't care. Yeah. Although I will say this about Odyssey, like, Mario has done some sketchy things, and I think you can possess people as well. And this might be in that category of sketchy crap, right? But yeah, he's done some sketchy things, whatever. Something else they're going to release is the Mario and Luigi Superstar Sega remake with the Bowser's Minions added to it. I don't know what I think about that. Like, I really don't like this, and it's too bad because for the most part, I really like all the new art stuff Nintendo does with their Mario games, right? Like all the new Super Mario Bros. Games, all that kind of stuff. I think it's amazing, but I do not love the art style in these newer Mario Luigi games. And the only one I ever played was the first one. I do not love this new style. Like, and even the music and like just the story, like just all of it, just the entire style altogether. The story's good. Don't get me wrong, it looks good and all the new games, but I just don't like the style. And I don't know why, but I just don't. But I mean, I like the style in the first one, and maybe in Partners in Time, but I haven't really played it, so I don't know. But I like the style in the first one, the music, of the art, of everything. I don't like the new one, so the remake, like, I don't really know what to say about it. I'd probably opt for buying the original myself. It comes with Bowser's Minions. I don't know how much I even care about that. I'm probably way more excited about Odyssey and stuff like that, but whatever. I mean, it might be fun. I don't know. I might give it a chance, because I'm always saying give things a chance. Don't always be down with things. So maybe I should take my own advice. What I would probably do is I want to play through the entire Mario and Luigi series, anyways. And if I really like the newer ones, I'll play the remake. That's another thing with a virtual console. Like, I'm gonna want like the handheld game, but I'm gonna want to be able to play them on the TV. Like, I don't want to be restricted to the little tablet. I'm gonna want it on the TV too, right? So, and that's why the reason I didn't just buy a Wii U for virtual console, because I don't think you can get those ones on the Wii U for virtual console. So, man, I don't think I have anything really else to say about the Switch. Like, I don't know, it looks amazing. Like, it's a really great step. I'm so glad they're putting the, handheld and TV together. That's a great step for them to take. Actually, I will say this, the Wii U is, the Switch is kind of a direction that's being, for Valve, they went with their Steam machines, of having like a one option for everything. I think would have made it a lot better, than the whole thing that they did. Not that I'll go into that right now, but that would have been a great idea. That would have, because that's simplicity. To bring that kind of simplicity to PC gaming, where it's very confusing. You have to play, to some people, And even, like, it's not confusing for me, but even I would have to do research, on building a computer. And that research would mean, obviously, I have to read the information on the product page manually. And I do some research to see if there's any cool stuff coming out that I'd want to, know about, and I try to stay on top of those things anyways. But, like, it involves a certain amount of work, but that would have been a great way. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here's something I wanted to mention, by the way, because, in this day and age, anything you say can get you in trouble. It's amazing, like, it's just, but, I watch sometimes old sitcoms, well, a lot of the times old sitcoms. I was watching, here in this video, like, I'm just attacking this guy for no reason. That's an innocent person that I'm just trying to kill. That's very mean. But, yeah, like, I watch old sitcoms, and, one of them is the Lucy Show. I think the one where she is the one where her husband is dead and she's like living in a house, at first living in a house with her kids and, I guess not a roommate but a housemate, and then not the first one with I Love Lucy. I think the first one was, and I think this one was Lucy Show. I think I'm not getting that mixed up. Look at that shot though, like he goes into the station. That was a pretty pro shot. But yeah, because by the way, Lucy is not the most intelligent person in the shows, the character, that was also some pretty decent shooting. Look at that, look at those shots, amazing. But basically she was trying to use a typewriter, and she wasn't using it very well, and then so her boss, who was a man, explained it to her, and I guess that would be considered mansplaining today. But to be fair, the entire point of that is her boss is kind of pompous, and he would explain it like because he was being a little bit pompous when he explained it, but he would do that with anybody. And she's an idiot, not because she's a woman, right? Because that's not why, but just because she is. And there are women on the show who are intelligent, so it's not sexist to women, but that would be basically mansplaining nowadays, right? Because he explains something to a woman, and he's a man, but that's not the point, right? That's not point at all. And I just think people get overly, look at that, I'm a troublemaker. I think people get overly upset about stuff, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. This also happens, like, and this is part of the reason, because basically I recorded a whole bunch of footage. I did not do narration, and I wanted narration, and so I have to go back and do narration for all of it. But yeah, whenever I get to the end, where I have like a minute or two to kill, I don't even know what to say. It's incredible. I don't know. Because there's never something I can talk about really quickly. Maybe I can talk about this really quickly. Something I watch online on YouTube is like stuff from like Hotel Hell or Hell's Hotel. I don't remember. And Kitchen Nightmares. Hotel Hell, I think. Yeah. Anyways, it's amazing how stupid people are on that. Like, it's gotta be staged, right? Like, no one could be that stupid. And I say that knowing that the American election happened. But maybe that was staged. Because if you think about it, that would be a pretty good reality TV show, even about Russia, for drama, but like all these elements. You have like Trump always defying like the analysts and what people thought, and just, all kinds of different groups and like all kinds of crap happening. And, like, it's gotta be one big reality TV show, right? Like, where they faked an election, Because of all the stuff that happens on reality TV shows, like there's like little outbursts of violence that happen. What else? I don't really watch those kinds of shows, so I don't know, but it just feels to me, and it's kind of like Survivor, actually, because you have like the Republican side, like it was basically Survivor, right? So it is a reality TV show. I think that's my theory, that the election was really a reality TV show that was meant to be so immersive that we didn't know. It was kind of like War of the Worlds, where they tried to make it really immersive, but it was too immersive, so then people thought the world was ending. That's like what happened here. That's exactly what happened here. Although, to be fair, at least in the War of the Worlds, he did kind of say, this is a broadcast, this is not real. When people were like, nah, he's just lying, he's saying that it is real, and we better get out of town. And, yeah, maybe somewhere along the way there's a little disclaimer that we all missed, like that, where someone said, this isn't real, so you don't have to leave town. It's all good. But, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think Trump is as bad as people make him out to be sometimes, but I mean, either him or Hillary would not have been my first choice. Anyways, end of the video. If you liked it, please give a like and have a great rest of your day.